Hello and welcome to episode number 47 of the TEW 2016 Challenge Run. We are here live from the O2 Arena in London, England for the first of 10 consecutive shows over the next month here in the UK. And without any further ado, let's get night one started. Triple H comes out as promised and he's like, ugh. This is an important segment, so I want to make sure everything gets put across clearly, so I'm actually going to restrain from doing the Triple H voice this time. He'd come out, and he'd be like, well, great success Extreme Rules and Battleground were, and now we're here for our month-long UK tour. And for the first time in over 2.5 decades... at the end of this month, we're going to have not one, but 2 4-hour super shows in the vein of the Super Showdown show that we gave to Australia last year. Those will be, for Monday Night Raw, Insurrextion, the old classic UK pay-per-view. And for SmackDown Live, the second annual Crown Jewel event, which will not be held in Saudi Arabia this time. It will be held in Wembley Stadium. He's like, now, with that out of the way, there is somebody very important that I want to bring out here with me before I make the following announcement. And out would come UK legend and NXT UK general manager Johnny Saint. Standing in the ring of Triple H. He'd go over the great success that NXT UK has been over the past year and how it's helping bring light to the great wrestling division in the UK. And he'd thank Triple H for the opportunity. Then Triple H would get the mic back and he'd be like, ugh. No, don't. Like, he'd be like, ugh. To make these UK special events at the end of the month even more spectacular, we have some huge announcements to make. Not only will you be seeing the stars of Monday Night Raw, and the stars of SmackDown Live, and the stars of 205 Live, but also the stars of NXT UK. Because you see, along with the WWE Universal Championship, and the United States Championship, and the Tag Team Championships, and the Women's Championships, here's what we've got lined up. And of course, the WWE, the IC, the SmackDown tag, and all that for the SmackDown side. Night 1, Saturday night, Insurrextion. We'll see the Universal Championship on the line, the United States Championship on the line, the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line, the Raw Women's Championship on the line. But that's not all. We'll also see the Women's Tag Team Championships defended on that night. Sasha Banks and Bayley defend against these two women. And out come NXT UK's Piper Niven and Kaylee Ray, the two Scots. As a great showcase for some of the great talent here on NXT UK. Triple H would then grab the mic and say, we'll also see the United Kingdom Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions who'd come out, James Drake and Zack Gibson, will defend against the Imperium's Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner. And last but certainly not least, the WWE United Kingdom champion himself, Walter, will defend against this man. And out comes the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Now night 1's looking stacked, but night 2's going to be even better. Because night 2 would be, no, not even better, they wouldn't say, he'd say just as good. Because we normally see the WWE Champion, the Intercontinental Champion, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and the SmackDown Women's Champions defend their championships. You'll also see United Kingdom Women's Champion, Toni Storm, defending her championship against the returning Tegan Nox. You will see England's favourite son, the Cruiserweight Champion Tyler Bate, defend his championship against his number one contender to be determined. And a special announcement here tonight, starting this Tuesday on 205 Live. 8 tag teams in the Cruiserweight division will do battle. the winners go on to Crown Jewel to try and become the inaugural Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. So with that being said, we've got these illustrious United Kingdom wrestlers here tonight. Why don't we say we get underway with some action? We showcase them all to you, so you get a good taste of what they're like. And we start with the United Kingdom champion against, what do you say, the United States champion. Crowd would cheer and go nuts. They go, well, it's up to Johnny. If this is a match Johnny wants to take, he should come out here. And then we'd leave it for like a realistic amount of time for him to come out. It's like 10-15 seconds. Then Gargano's theme does hit as he accepts the challenge of Big Walter. And we're going to get United Kingdom champion versus United States champion here on Raw. In what would be, if it really happened, a very hot opening to Monday Night Raw. We get a 68C+, which is actually better than I thought. Walter defeats Johnny Gargano with a golden bomb. Walter gets a 54, Gargano a 76. I think that's lower than Gargano would normally get, but because we're in the UK, everything's going to be slightly lower because we're not as popular here as we were in the US. Backstage segment with Bray Wyatt and his followers. Alexander Wolf talking to Bray, going, Bray, I've got a scheduled match tonight against Baron Corbin, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to take it. I'm going to need your help because she won't get out of my head, Bray. She's coming. And Bray looks confused. He's like, just get out there to clear your mind off it. Once you beat Baron Corbin and set your head straight, then we'll clear your mind some more. You won't be suffering for long, my friend. Just get out there and have a nice wrestling match later on tonight. Sasha and Bayley come out. Kaylee Ray and Bobby Niven come out too. And they put over, they're like, well, our tag team championship reign, we defended against some not so credible women's wrestlers. 2 blonde bimbos. So it's a nice change of pace to see 2 actual wrestlers from across the pond who we've never had a chance to actually lock up with get picked for the title opportunity at the upcoming pay-per-view event. But make no mistake about it, we are half of the greatest, the 4 women who changed the game here. 4 women who made it possible for people like you to even get in here at WWE. So you're not going to take us lightly. But if you don't mind us, we're going to sit at the announce table and watch your upcoming match, which is against Aaliyah and Taynara Conti. When Kaylee Ray and probably even defeat Aaliyah and Conti. When it's clean, because Fandango wouldn't stay around and actually cause the actual distraction to finish the match, but he would come down halfway. It'd be Aaliyah and Conti on control, and then Fandango would just wander down to ringside, stand in their corner and start slapping on the side of the ring, cheering on, going, yeah, come on, girls, come on, in his raspy little voice. And this would throw them off for Kaylee Ray and Piper Niven to pick up the win. This is a segment. In-ring promo, AJ Styles, not yet, he doesn't. Adam Cole, baby, comes out first. And he's not happy with the display of the Lumberjacks last night at Extreme Rules. He says that it's blatant favoritism by Princess Nikki Bella to her favourite AJ Styles because she knows she got a little heartbroken and she hurt her poor feelings when Adam Cole told her the truth a couple of weeks ago when he said she was just here to try and steal the spotlight. And ever since then, she's tried to make life a living hell for Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era. So she's just stacking the odds against him by trying to neutralise his friends. And it's not going to slide. So he calls out Nikki Bella right now. AJ Styles comes out and he's like, shut up. Maybe you've realised that none of this is actually Nikki's fault and it's all just you not being able to get the job done. You see, you had your friends in your corner, so why couldn't I have friends in my corner? It's fair and square. I beat you again. But since you want to keep coming out here and running your mouth, I understand now that the problem is not taking your friends away from you. The issue is someone needs to beat you and your friends together. So, how do you say it? Insurrextion. The entire Undisputed Era will take on me. I'll find 3 tag team partners and we'll have ourselves a good 8-man tag. And Adam Cole goes to accept this when Nikki Bella comes out. And she's like, that sounds like a great idea, AJ Styles. And Adam Cole's not happy. He's like, no, I know you're going to pick Chad Gable and Jason Jordan because those two got involved more than they should have. They were not part of the match. I don't understand what they were doing getting involved as much as they do. So Nikki's like, Adam, calm down. I've got a resolution for both of you that make you both happy. You say I'm not giving you opportunities and that I'm being biased against you. Well, that's not true. Because in the main event tonight, you're actually part of this Fatal 5-Way. And Adam Cole's expression would suddenly change. And he'd be like, go on. It'll be you, Adam, against AJ Styles, against Samoa Joe, against Mustafa Ali, and against Shinsuke Nakamura. Winner of this will go on to Insurrextion to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. And as for your 8-man tag team match, I love that idea, and that is also going to be going down at Insurrextion. And now I know the obvious question is, but what if Adam Cole wins, and what if AJ Styles wins? They get the title shot. Well, guess they're just doing double duty on that show because they both think they're the best wrestler on Raw. They should be able to handle it. Now, also before I leave, Adam, you say Chad Gable and Jason Jordan had no business getting involved in your match. Well, as Lumberjacks, I say they were just doing their job. But if you really want to, they've really got under your skin that much. Next week, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish can take on Jason Jordan and Chad Gable of American Alpha. So a couple of big matches announced. One for today, one for technically 2, because there'll be the championship match and then the 8-man tag. And one for next week on Raw, which will be Red Dragon against American Alpha, and then AJ Styles and his 3 friends that he finds against Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era at Insurrextion. We get a look at the UK Tag Team Champions, James Drake and Zack Gibson. They defeat the Ascension because everybody defeats the Ascension. Look at how many fucking negatives they've got. Jesus Christ. But then after the match, out come the Usos. They're like, that was an impressive showcase, boys. As the top tag team here in WWE, is our duty to sort of be the guardians of this division. We've got to keep an eye out on everybody. And from one set of tag team champions to another set of tag team champions. You did a great job out there, guys. You're a great young tag team, and we look forward to one day locking up with you. And then they'd come in, they'd shake hands with the UK champs, so like, good luck at the pay-per-view. And Drake and Gibson would take the handshake, when all of a sudden, Braun and Babatunde storm to the ring. Usos looking scared. Gibson and Drake also stood behind the Usos, but as Braun and Babatunde step on the apron, they slide out of the ring and run away, because they are technically still heels, even though they're in the UK and they'll be getting cheered like fuck. And Braun and Babatunde lay waste to the Raw Tag Team Champions. Just a random match. Cedric Alexander defeats Heath Slater with a lumbar check. Actually got 70. I've only just realised. Jesus. For this match, for Cedric Alexander versus Heath Slater, that is a really good rating. We then see Tyler Breeze backstage in the middle of like a photo shoot. He's got lots of props on a green screen and he's in fancy clothes. And then they're taking pictures of him. And they're like, alright, take 5. When he walks off camera and meets up with a defeated Aaliyah and Tanara Conti who lost their match earlier on tonight. And they're like, Breeze, we've got to talk to you about Fandango. And he's like, Dango, what's the matter with Dango? He's like, he's really creepy and we're not sure we like having him around. And Tyler's like, Dango's not creepy, Dango's my best friend, so he's actually here right now. When he'd be behind one of the cameras, it'd be Fandango like, hey girls. Hey Breezy, are you ready for the next shoot? And Breezy's like, I've actually got photographers for this next shoot, and I only need one of the girls here to be in the shoot with me, so it's up to them to decide which one it's going to be. And Tainara's like, I'll do it, I'll be... And Breezy's like, great, through there, go and get changed, I'll meet up with you two, being Aaliyah and Fandango, afterwards. And then, just as Tyler Breeze turned his back, Aaliyah would look disgustedly at Fandango, who'd give her, like, this weird grin. And then, when Aaliyah turns back away from Fandango, he'd try and slowly put his arm around Aaliyah's shoulder. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I thought we were... And she's like, no, never do that again. And then storm off. So Fandango appears to be waiting for Breeze to leave before he makes his move on his girls. Rhea Ripley defeats Naomi. She does indeed do that. That is indeed a thing that happens. After the match, though, Charlie Caruso's in the ring interviewing Rhea Ripley. And Rhea says, ever since she's come to Raw, she's been undefeated and dominated everybody she stepped in the ring with. So when is Nikki Bella going to get up her ass and do what she knows she is right, and that is to hand Rhea Ripley a title shot? Maybe at this upcoming Insurrextion pay-per-view event. You want to sell out Wembley Stadium, you put your big money women, you put the big attractions on that show, and that's what I am, baby. I'm a big attraction. But she's interrupted by Bianca Belair, who's like, girl, I don't know if you've noticed, sis, but you've been here since WrestleMania, you've been undefeated. That is very much true, but girl, bye, because I've also been here since after WrestleMania. And you know how many times I've been pinned? How many times I've been made to submit? That's right, babe, 0. So, if you're going to come out here mouthing off about how you're the top women in this division, then you need to slow your roll, because you're not, because I'm still here. I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the strongest, and I'm the next in line. And then the man herself would come out, Becky Lynch, and be like, you're arguing about who is the top woman in this division, but it's all redundant, because as far as I'm aware, whoever holds this is the best, and I've got this, therefore that makes me the best. Whoever beats Ronda Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania, they're the best. Not you two. Rhea Ripley, I've been keeping my eye on you for the last couple of months. You have dominated everybody around here, and I'm impressed. I'm far from intimidated or far from scared of you, but you're someone that I very much wouldn't mind giving a title shot to. And Bianca's like, girl, what about me? And Becky says, see, Bianca, about you. Rhea's been out here pretty much on a weekly basis destroying women, whereas you've only had, like, a handful of matches compared to her. So, you're just that weird girl with the long hair who runs around here thinking she's the best at everything, when in reality, I am. Bianca's like, girl with the weird hair? Girl with the weird hair, that's what you want to call me, Becky? Well, I'll show you what this hair can do. And then, waboom, whips Rhea Ripley with the hair a couple of times. Turns around, whips Becky with the hair. So both women are down because of the hair whips. Then she's like, and I'll show you what I can do. And then Becky, who's down on the floor, Bianca Belair would pick her up, deadlift her into a gorilla press position, and dump her out of the ring in a spot that would get, because they've never seen it on the main roster before. And it would have taken people by surprise that she's just picked up the women's champion, the woman who defeated Ronda Rousey, and just dumped her out of the ring like garbage. And then she picks up a mug and she'll be like, "That's the tea," or some line like that. And then storm to the back. For a match in the UK between Alexander Wolf and Baron Corbin, this could have gone worse. But Baron Corbin defeats Alexander Wolf. It says using ropes for leverage, but I put it as a tainted win, but because it's not clean, because Wolf would get distracted and like have a mental breakdown halfway through the match, start grabbing his head, smacking himself on the head, but she's like, no, she's coming, he'd be shouting. Baron Corbin would take advantage of this, hit the end of days, get the pin, and quickly dip to the backstage area, while Bray, Bo, and Sarah have to get in the ring and check up on their friend Alexander Wolf. She's coming, he shouts to Bray's. He puts his hand on his head and he puts a hand on Wolf's head and Wolf suddenly stops, and Bray's like, "Did it work?" And Wolf's like, "No. She's here." The lights go out, and out comes the woman he was talking about, which was not Abigail, but his old ally, Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross comes out, gets down halfway down the ramp, and starts laughing before she introduces her monster, Mr. Killian Dane, who storms to the ring and lays waste to Bray Wyatt, lays waste to Bo Dallas, and lays waste to his old friend Alexander Wolf, while Nikki Cross lays waste to Sarah Logan. And Nikki Cross and her new monster Killian Dane are here. These were the ones that Alexander Wolf was hearing in his head, and now they're looking dangerous and ready for Bray Wyatt. Ziggler and Shelton in the ring, and Ziggler's like, "I know you're all asking the same questions. Why on earth would Shelton Benjamin, of all people, come to Dolph Ziggler's aid against Cedric Alexander? Well, I'll let the man do the speaking for himself." Shelton grabs the mic and he's gone, "Isn't it not obvious? For years, I know Dolph Ziggler's pain. For years, I was told I'd never be the main event guy. I'd never be top of the card. I was just that one athletic guy, that good wrestler who would be a good hand to make the main eventers look good if they needed a win. So I was essentially the old Dolph Ziggler. I was the old Dolph Ziggler. Dolph is the current Dolph Ziggler. Cedric is the new Dolph Ziggler. And this is a weird cycle that just cannot be broken here in WWE. You get slotted at a certain position, and all of a sudden that is where you are. That's where you stay. Because in this universe, Kofi never became champion, so that still makes sense. And I think me and Dolph are sick of this. We need to start taking what is ours. So anybody in the back there who thinks they can step to me, come out. And that's when Hawkins and Ryder come out. They're like, "Hey, bro. You don't get..." He's like, "I understand your frustration, bro, because I got myself over with my YouTube show, bro. And I've been sitting around in WWE for about as long, if not longer than Dolph. But I've got even less opportunities than him. But you don't see me coming out here every week bitching about it. Because you got the way you get out of that slump, Dolph, is you don't come here and moan about it. You put the work in. You fight, you scratch, you claw to get what you feel you deserve, and you don't attack people and bitch and moan and cry like you do." And Ziggler's like, you see, it's a good job I don't care what you think, because nobody's cared about anything Zack Ryder's done for 6 years. But why doesn't your little friend here step to Shelton? And then, on our path, our rise to the top. So it's going to be Kurt Hawkins and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton defeats Kurt Hawkins with a pay dirt. 53 for Shelton, 44 for Hawkins. They only got penalised really for being in the UK. AJ Styles walking towards Gorilla for his main event Fatal 5-Way match when he bumps into American Alpha and Kurt Angle. He's like, don't let Adam Cole fool you. You did a good job at Extreme Rules by helping me counteract those Undisputed Era guys. And Kurt Angle's like, we don't like those Undisputed Era guys either. So we were doing it not just as a favour to you, but just as a favour to ourselves to try and shut them up. And I have a proposition for you, AJ. How about at Insurrextion, you pick Chad and Jason, and you pick myself. Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, comes out as your tag team partners. And AJ's like, I was definitely going to call you guys. You were definitely the guys I was going to call, so it's kind of weird we bumped into each other like this, isn't it? Because yes, this is Team AJ for Insurrextion. Kurt Angle, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, and AJ Styles. And once we win that match and shut the Undisputed Era up for good, I'm going to go on and become Universal Champion. But first, I'm going to go do my damn thing out there in this ring. The main event is shit. Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali, Adam Cole, and Shinsuke Nakamura. When Samoa Joe defeats Mustafa Ali with a Coquina Clutch. Joe finally gets his revenge on Ali. Not even going to try and hide my disappointment. Seth Rollins comes out, and him and Samoa Joe have a stare down to end the show. 82B. Sounds about right, yeah. Bye.